Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial. Today's review would be Shark Season 2020. Let's get into it. So, Shark Week went from about August 9th, 2020 to about August 16th, 2020. And today is August 17th, 2020. And I stumbled upon this movie. And, you know, just for the heck of it, just like most people, we all are, we like watching sharks from the movie aspect, but not to be in close encounter or whatever. So this movie is nothing special about this movie. It's really terrible, the storyline. You got Michael Madsen, who's known for his roles. He got a whole bunch of roles. Free Willy 1 and 2. He did recently in 2018, he did a movie called Megalodon where he was in the army and they going against a Megalodon. He sacrificed his life at the end to kill the Megalodon. So I guess this is the spin-off to that in a sense. It's not really a spin-off, but you know, they say, okay, he played in that one, let's put him in this one. He has a daughter in this film, played as, her name is Paige McGarland, and her name is Sarah. Her co-stars in this film is, what's the other people's names? Juliana Di Stefano plays as Megan, and then there's an actor by the name of Jason. So that's pretty much the basis. It's about four characters. The whole movie starts off with just setting the tone. Victim gets eaten by a shark in the waters, and so then it goes to Jason, the photographer, who's out on a kayak in the ocean, and he comes ashore where he sees Sarah and he sees Megan. Now, he used to date Sarah and he's really in love with her, and now he's dating Megan, and it's kind of like an awkward situation. So nevertheless, he kept in good contact with Sarah, and Sarah needs some good pictures that she want to take out in the ocean. He has this great idea. Let's go out to the dark waters in the ocean on a damn kayak. Like, this is like, just, you know, it's, and if you see on the top here, it says based upon true events. If these are true events, you know, who knows? Like, people in this world do the unthinkable and got a lot of non-common sense, you know? And it's like, why do that? They go off and agree with him. Yeah, you know, he like, I know this cool island, we can take these cool pictures. And, you know, her dad is Michael Madsen, and her dad is home somewhere, and they lost their mom about a year ago. So he always telling her, be careful and stuff like that. And she really kind of never dealt with the loss of her mom. You pick that up throughout the movie. And of course, they go out they don't got too much supplies, no safety jackets or nothing. They're out in the ocean, man. This, like, who could believe that? Like, this movie's nonsense. Kayaks, 3 people in kayaks going out in the ocean. And just off of, you have to be in, like, world phenomenal shape to just go off in a kayak like that. It just don't make no sense, man. So it on a picture it said they traveled 3 miles, but it looked like they was gone forever, like way offshore to another island somewhere. So they end up finding this reef area that they made it to. But as soon as they arrive there, I don't know if you've been in oceans or not before. It's moments where you can see sand dunes in the ocean, where it's water all around it, but then it's an area where sand at. You know what I'm saying? But if you ever went out to that sand dune, all the water that's in between is that's deep water right there. So it's really not safe. And if the tides start rushing in, it'll cover that sand dune. So you really could be farther out in the ocean than you should be. And if there are sharks in the area, you food or whatever. So they go out to the reef. You can see from the gate, like, yo, this reef is gonna get covered. So they're taking pictures, and of course Meghan goes up to Jason, and basically he can see the chemistry between them. She can see the chemistry between them, basically telling him, like, I know you used to mess with her, and if y'all gonna do y'all thing, I don't want to intervene. He like, nah, it's over, basically, whatever. But he's taking all these pictures. So he gets the great idea, let's go in the water, and I'm gonna film you through the pro cam, head cam, while we underneath the water. So she agreed. Meghan's still up on the reef. And the kayaks, you thinking, okay, if we're going to arrive here in kayaks, then we would tie the kayaks up so they don't float off in the water. That's what you're thinking, right? Okay, just keep in mind that. So they off in the water, and the shark is traveling underwater. You can't see the shark yet. So finally, Meghan is taking pictures from abroad. They all underneath the water. He's filming the GoPro camera underneath the water, and finally Meghan, she spots the shark, and she's telling them, shark, shark. So they both is heading back, trying to swim to shore. You already know what's gonna happen. Jason gone, and Sarah makes it back to the reef. So now they're panicking. Meghan is hysterical. Jason's gone. They had a cell phone. Guess what though? Cell phone is got like one piece of juice on there. So Sarah's like, well, I'm gonna call my dad. Megan's like, call 911. She's like, no, I'm gonna call my dad. He gonna figure it out, whatever. So you're out here this day and time in 2020 out in the ocean with kayaks, and you don't got no safety jackets. You ain't got no true nothing. You ain't got no true nothing, man. You just out here, and on top of that, you got cell phones who charger has died. However, they do got one of those portable charger things that if you hook your phone up to it charge, but of course it's not working at the time. So, and they only got one of those and one cell phone. Just ridiculous. This is terrible. This could have been better. Just don't put some common sense in there. So nevertheless, they do that, and they get a hold of the dad, tell the dad. The dad's like, hey, I'm gonna get all the Coast Guards out there. Stay safe. You can survive. You can do this. Words of encouragement. But obviously the tide is coming in. So as the tide is coming in, the kayaks start to float off in the water. Now this whole time when they kayaking, you see Meghan looks like she's a goner. You like, first you would have thought she was the first person that was going to go. She looks like she's the goner. So you start to pick up like she's the underdog. She's going to go. You know Sarah's the star. So you know they're going to keep her alive. So you start rooting at Meghan. Come on, Meghan. Come on. You like, but it's just a matter of time. So anything that could happen can happen. So when the kayaks floated off, they jump in the water to go save the kayaks. They managed to keep the package on them that had it was a knife in there along with the cell phone and the juicer thing with the charger. They managed to keep that in one of the kayaks. So then Sarah was like, we need to make it to that island out there. So you can see the island. So of course, in the course of them going toward the island, they had seen some dolphins ahead of time back when they was on their way to the reef. And now the shark is chasing them. The dolphins come and help out. So instead of them taking full head of steam and say, we need to get going, Meghan gas is out. Now, of course, this part could be realistic. If you ever kayak or been in the water, you could swim for a quick second and you would be gassed out because you're using all of your extremities. If you ever went kayaking before, it could be the same thing because you're using just all upper body. You can wear out fast. So that's why I said it doesn't make sense that you would take a long voyage somewhere on damn kayak. You got to be in tip-top shape to be able to even survive. And even the best tip-top shape person, experienced person, it'd be a problem. So from there, Meghan gassed out and said we need a break. Of course, that gives the shark time to reassemble and go on a hunt and find them. Meanwhile, they see a guy in a school jet ski. So he comes out, see them, they trying to tell him, look, don't come our way. So they got the idea, look, if we make a lot of noise, that sharks is attracted to vibration underneath the water, and attracted to vibration, they can hear us or whatever. So they can hear us or whatever. So they take that into consideration and not make noise. Meanwhile, here the guy coming, the jet ski, he out there. Now, of course, that draws the attention of the shark. You already know what's gonna happen to him. He's out of there. Shark knocks him off the jet ski, snatches him off the jet ski and take him down, kill him. He's gone. So at that moment, you're thinking, okay, we need to, while the shark is distracted chewing this guy up, let's beeline to this island that we see. Now they wait a little bit, get all hysterical, and then they go. Meanwhile, the shark is back with the attention of them. So they do make it to the island. Now you're thinking, okay, now that they made it to the island, take the kayaks and go as far up on the island as possible, next to the trees and all that. Nah, they don't do that. Nah, they don't do that. They just get right close out at where the water is still rushing up on the shore. And they get to have this sentimental conversation. They talk about Sarah and her mom. They talk about Meghan. She felt kind of jealous that he was still connected to her. Jack was still connected to her. They had this long conversation, and they see a helicopter, but the helicopter don't see them or whatever. They managed to get the juicer thing to work, and they contacted the dad, and the dad was informed that where they're at is that it's a king tide that comes in at night. And once that king tide come in, that island where they made it to will be underwater. And they need to get saved before time. So when he tells his daughter that basically you need to keep those oh man, what the fuck you doing? You need to keep those kayaks close. Pardon me. And so sure enough, after all this talking and them not paying attention, what happens? The tides start getting high. Before they know it, where they once was at shore at is filled with water. So at this moment, they feel as though, I don't know where at this time that they were going to, because I'm seeing when they first pulled up to the land, it was all a bunch of trees and all this, like, let's go to high ground. Like, that part didn't make sense that they get back in the water and they end up going somewhere else. I don't know at this moment where they was going. But he did notify the person that they somewhere out there. So at this moment, they're back out in the water, floating. The shark is getting more aggressive. And a helicopter did spot them, took a picture of them, sent it to the Coast Guard people. They said they're going to send a boat, and the boat should be there in about 10 minutes. Meanwhile, they got to survive with the shark getting more aggressive. So the shark knocks Meghan out the boat. So you say, she's a goner. She's a goner. She ended up surviving. And then the people in the boat pulled up, but they couldn't. They had to stop at a certain point because where they were, it was reefs there, and they don't want to get the boat caught up. So they had to stop and tell them, y'all need to paddle over this way. So when Meghan got knocked out the boat, they pulled Meghan, and both of them was on the one kayak, and the shark came and knocked both of them out the boat. So Meghan beeline to the where the boat was. I said knock both of them out the boat, knock both of them out the kayak or whatever. Meghan beeline to where the boat is or whatever. So at this moment you like, oh, Meghan's gone, but she made it to the boat. So you was rooting Meghan, she survived. Like, oh, okay, Meghan survived. Now you know Sarah's left out in the water. You know they not killing her. So she's got this. She took one of the paddles, broke it in half. Now the whole time she's like she got to be a World Olympic swimmer because she ain't sinking down. She able to float on top of the water. Finally the shark came up and she was able to stab the shark with the paddle, and she killed the shark, and she made it back to the boat. And that's pretty much the end of the film. This film was terrible. I'm my 4-star rating system. Give this movie a 1, just because Michael Madsen plays in it, and he's been in a bunch of movies. Other than that, the story was poor. Trying to summertime money grab because of sharks in the summer and all that. That's all it was. And subscribe to the channel, like the video. Till next time.